Alright, that took a little bit of work on that last one, especially where this demo had some errors in it, mainly to show you the value of doing an assembly drawing before you send it off to production. We're now going to move on to the next step, and the next part we need to bring in here is our bushings. There's two bushing pieces for this, so let's go into our insert components, select our bushing, and we'll bring one of those into play. Now the bushings go in between. They're kind of a spacer, if you will, and we need to have those in the proper spot as we orient those together. If we look at our drawing, this part gets to be a little tricky because this is adding it's kind of working like a washer, if you will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wheel here and I'm going to remove it from my view while I work with this single bushing. So once it's selected, I'm going to right click, and in my palette that comes out here, I'm going to move up to Hide Component. It's the three yellow blocks with a set of glasses on them. And I'm just going to select that and let it disappear. So that leaves me the axle and the supports. So let's start with our mate. And we're going to do a central axis, the temporary axis to the temporary axis, and align those together. And then I've got a flat surface here and a flat surface here, and ideally that should work out pretty well for my benefit. So I'm just going to go surface to surface and place that right into position, and that's where that's going to fit. Now as before, I have two of these and I've just used the one I placed up, so I'm going to go ahead and select it and hold my control key down, left button, and drag a copy of that. And I'm going to do the same process again, mating the axis lines. Well, let's do, whoops, not the face, sorry about that, but the temporary axis line to the temporary axis line, so everything's back in alignment. And again, I'm going to do the same face relationships, which is nice and tight but opposite, so come down my mate alignments, and I go to the anti-aligned and flip that right around and place that there. Go ahead and lock off that mate if it's correct. Now I need to bring back my wheel, so make sure everything fits. If I look over here in my structure tree, my part tree, I'll see that the wheel has an icon that's in wireframe. So I'm just going to right click and hit show component, and brings the wheel right back, and everything's still equally spaced. And we're ready to move on to the next stage. Okay, go ahead and complete that step, and we'll be back to finish it up.